This man has life figured out. He tapes his podcast, Straight Facts, homie. Then he comes on with me, talks a little ball, then he has a 1:30 tea time. Who is better than Trey Wingo? Nobody.
Listen, we're all trying to be T-Bone, so I appreciate that, Stugatz. How are you?
You see how he delivered that so much better than you, Stu? He remembered to call him T-Bone.
I know. I didn't remember until the end. I'm very upset with myself. Oh, God. Where are you playing golf today, Trey?
Back in Connecticut at our home club there. I was out in Palm Desert visiting my folks for a little bit, but I'm back here now. So just going to try and fall ball is the best, Stugatz.
Yes.
Because you're in the heat of Florida.
Yeah.
Right about now it's 55, 60 degrees on a daily basis. It's super nice.
What's the coldest weather you've ever played golf in is what?
34 degrees.
Jesus Christ, Trey.
You know the exact number.
Yeah. The reason I know this is because Stink and I used to go play all the time at my old club when he'd come up here and do NFL Live. And we had a thing. If it was above freezing and it wasn't windy and the sun was out, we would play. So there's one day we went out. There was no wind. The sun was out. It was like in December. It was 34 degrees. Had cart mittens on. You wear cart mittens to keep your hands warm.
Sure.
And then, it's okay. But when the wind blows at that temperature, forget it. Not a chance in hell.
I was playing a game with the guys earlier. Division winner for your life. Okay, Trey? I'd be interested to get your thoughts on this. So I'm going to give you 3 teams. You have to bet the team that you would have the most confidence in betting your life that they're going to win the division this year. Okay?
Yeah.
Your choices. The 2-5 Ravens, the Denver Broncos, or the Patriots.
Oh, I think it's the Patriots. I mean,
Really?
my
Because
life
what
is
you're
on
saying there is Buffalo's not winning that division.
Yeah, hold on. Let me rethink that.
Yes, rethink it. Yeah.
Your life's at stake here, Trey.
Let me revisit that.
Take all the
You're
time
betting
you
your
need,
life,
but
Trey. I mean,
be quick about it.
Who the hell cares about my life? It's pretty boring anyway.
I do. We care about it. And the Ravens have a very easy schedule here.
Now, this is the type of
in fact,
approach we need on this game, is somebody who doesn't really care about his life that much.
This is important, Izzy, because literally I just looked at the Ravens schedule and taping my pod. They're actually slight favorites to win that division.
I know.
I think I might go Baltimore at this point. I really might, because look, I firmly believe Kansas City's going to win the AFC West, but Denver scares the hell out of me. They're fucking good.
Yes.
That defense is not a joke.
Yes.
And the Patriots will have to deal with Buffalo, but they've already gotten the home win, or the road win rather, in Buffalo. I mean, that's a huge thing. They've already taken care of the game in Buffalo. God, can I really go with the Ravens? This is okay. I want to say this is a really good question.
Thank you.
And this is why you little mensch, continue to do this all these years later and get people to think about these absurd things. I think no, you know what? I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go Kansas City. Final answer. Regis, final answer. I'll go Kansas.
Before you lock in that final answer, Trey, does it change your mind if you remember that the Patriots still have to play the Jets twice?
Maybe.
Get to, not have to. Get to.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Jets just rolled up 500 plus yards of offense, for crying out loud. So maybe all it took was Woody Johnson to say horrible things about his quarterback, and that's all it needs. I'm still going to go with Kansas City because I've been in on them since the day they drafted number 15, and I am not stepping off until he or Andy Reid leave. So I'm all in on
those 3 teams against
City.
The Denver Broncos, the New England Patriots, and the Baltimore Ravens.
And Trey went with?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, that was not on the board.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's not on the board.
That's fair.
You're dead.
That's fair. I am dead. That's right. I was thinking about the Denver Broncos and thinking the Chiefs are going to do it. So I've changed my answer 4 times. Why this is
That's
a great,
okay. It's
a great
okay.
thing.
Yes.
I'm going back to New England. I'm going back to New England.
All right, so now
Weekend
you're
in
taking
New
the
England.
Patriots for your life are going to win that division. Buffalo will not.
Well, Buffalo's injuries are piling up.
Yeah.
They are, and they don't. I mean, their offense is basically Josh Allen or handing it off to James Cook. They don't have a lot of threats down the field anymore. And look, they just put up a 40-burger on the Panthers. It's the Panthers with Andy Dalton, who was giving the ball away on several occasions. So I think I would have to go with New England there, and then I'm dead.
And then you're dead. Trey, what do you make of the criticism? I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan. He has 20 total touchdowns. He has 1 interception this year, 1 turnover. What do you make of the criticism of Jalen Hurts?
I don't have criticisms of Jalen Hurts. I don't understand that. I have criticism of the Eagles' offense. And I think what we're seeing is this is the 3rd play caller in 3 years. And I think that's the issue. I can never remember which one was the offensive and defensive guy between Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon. By the way, funny
same
story
person.
here.
Right.
Yeah, right. Funny. The only reason I can remember who's who, and you guys will laugh, Shane Steichen has an I in it. He's in Indianapolis. Jonathan Gannon has an A in it. He's in Arizona. They're the same person.
Sharp as a tack.
They're the same person.
It's an industry full of C students.
That's the only way I could figure it out. Steichen has an I in it. He's an Indy. Gannon, A, Arizona. That's it. That's the only way I know. So I guess to answer that question, I have concerns about the efficiency of the Eagles offense because Saquon Barkley, as I've said on the Straight Facts Only podcast, is going to have a precipitous decline. He's had a precipitous decline. So you can't rely on that sort of thing because every 2,000-yard rusher comes back to earth massively the year after. And he was the only one to go to the Super Bowl. So he had 3 extra playoff games and wear and tear on the body. You could see this coming. Whatever the disconnect is with A.J. Brown and the team or Jalen, it's real. My criticism is not of Jalen Hurts. I think he's doing what he needs to do. I think there's no fluidity and functionality on a consistent basis in the Eagles offense.
Can we have an awards conversation real quick? Because I'll start just by saying, Trey, last week I thought I was like making this bold take or saying I think I've never been more sure the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. And you look at the betting odds and they were the favorite somehow to win the Super Bowl. And I'm like, when did that happen? And so I was watching SportsCenter earlier and I heard somebody say something about Jonathan Taylor potentially forcing his way into the MVP consideration, right?
Should be.
So I go to the FanDuel odds. And first of all, MVP and Offensive Player of the Year award are 2 completely different awards somehow because the favorites for MVP are all quarterbacks. And then the favorite for Offensive Player of the Year is Jonathan Taylor, even though his quarterback is a higher favorite for MVP, which makes no sense. But I say all that to ask this question, Trey. Anybody know who the favorite right now is to win the MVP?
Well, on most betting books, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. So why are we even playing an NFL season if the Chiefs are the favorite to win it? Patrick Mahomes is going to win the MVP, even though they started off like shit and nobody else has a chance.
Because in every game, someone can be Cam Scatterbo. That's why we're being honest about it. Like you cannot skate through the season. And I agree with you. In fact, Izzy, you're so smart. I just, in my podcast that I taped for today, talked about Jonathan Taylor should be the MVP. Yeah. And let me explain. Okay. I think that Jonathan Taylor is functioning at a higher level at his position by a wider margin than anybody else in football. You go look at the top 3 MVP candidates. It's Mahomes, it's Josh Allen, it's Drake May. Well, Mahomes leads in this category. Josh Allen leads in this category. Drake May leads in these categories. They're very close, right? They're very close. But if you look at what Jonathan Taylor is doing, and he's had one more game. So he has about 100 more rushing yards at this point than James Cook. James Cook has played 1 less game. So they're very close in terms of yards. The real difference is touchdowns. Right. He had his 4th 3-touchdown game Sunday. He has 12 rushing touchdowns to 7 for James Cook. You take that over a 17-game season, we're talking 25 to 26 rushing touchdowns. He also has 2 receiving touchdowns, including one yesterday that a lot of people thought was a handoff, but it was a jet sweep. So now we're talking about 30 total touchdowns. That is a dominant performance, okay? The record for rushing touchdowns is 28 set by LT and I don't know, 2008, 2009, maybe a little later, somewhere around there. So he has a chance to maybe do that kind of stuff. And when you look at the way the Colts are built with that offensive line, they finish drives. James Cook is on pace for 17 total touchdowns, maybe 20 if you give him 3 or 4 receiving. So if there's a 10 touchdown margin, that's a huge margin. And to me, I think Jonathan Taylor, because of that touchdown differential, is functioning at a higher level at his position than any other quarterbacks are functioning at a higher level than some of those 3 or 4 other top quarterbacks.
You're talking about huge margin. He is by far the favorite for that offensive player. And all these awards, he's the only one with a negative, with a minus sign by. Everything's plus this, plus that. He's such a favorite. He's minus 250 to win Offensive Player of the Year. And if you're that much of a favorite to win Offensive Player, by the end of the year, you'll be in that MVP consideration.
Well, we haven't had a running back win since Adrian Peterson in 2012, so it's been a while. And people say, well, how come, okay, if you're going to think Jonathan Taylor should do it this year, what about Saquon last year? I'm glad you asked that question, even though you didn't. But let me explain.
You can edit that
I went and looked at the numbers, okay? Last year, Saquon had just over 2,000. You know how many yards Derrick Henry ran for last year? 1,921 yards. Jeez. So there was an 80-yard difference between over a full season. Now, I get it. Saquon didn't play the last game, and he probably would have had 2,100 yards. I understand that. The difference in yards per carry, Derrick Henry 5.9 last year, Saquon Barkley 5.8. And then you go to touchdowns, 13 touchdowns for Saquon, 16 for Derrick Henry. So as the 2,000-yard season, everything, I get that. His margin of greatness over the next best running back in the league last year was this much on yards and behind in yards per carry and behind in touchdowns. So that's why I say Jonathan Taylor at this point, again, it has to be played out, is making a better case for a running back to win the award at this point than Saquon was a year ago.
Trey, because of the presence of the Ravens, the Pats, the Bills, the Chiefs in that conference, can you see the Colts making it to the Super Bowl?
I can't. I'll be honest with you. I can't because there's not a single quarterback
in the way.
Well, here's the outlier, okay? The only AFC quarterbacks to beat the Chiefs since Patrick Mahomes became the starting quarterback in a playoff game, Tom Brady's retired and Joe Burrow's not playing.
Man.
Okay? Josh Allen is the only quarterback in NFL history, and I'm a big believer that wins are not a quarterback stat, but it is a metric by which the NFL measures, okay? So in that context, Josh Allen is the only player in the history of the NFL to start his postseason career 0-4 against the same quarterback. You know, I spent 6 years in St. Louis, Missouri's the show me state. You got to show me you can beat these fuckers until I'm going to believe you can beat these fuckers, okay? So as good as Josh Allen is, as good as Lamar is, he's been not great in the postseason. I'm sorry, I'm not taking a Daniel Jones-led team over a Patrick Mahomes-led team in the postseason if they meet. If it happens, good for them. I'll give you all the credit in the world. This guy's been to 8 straight or 7 straight AFC championship games. And I squarely believe they're going to tie Tom Brady's record and be in an 8th straight AFC championship game this season, whether it's in Arrowhead or somewhere else.
It's crazy that the point differential that the Colts have, they're by far the best in the league by 50 points. 50 points over everybody else. Probably not going to make the Super Bowl.
No, I mean, those 4 quarterbacks, though.
So good.
Stu Gatz here for my friends at Brunt. All right, I'll be honest. I don't work in construction. I'm not out there swinging a hammer or under the hood of a truck, but I've got a lot of friends who do. And they kept telling me about these Brunt workwear boots, so I grabbed a pair, the Marin, and now I get it. Even for me, just running around, doing yard work, walking the dog, whatever, these things are insanely comfortable. And what blew me away is how good they felt right out of the box. No break-in period, no blisters, no sore feet, just pure comfort and durability. Brunt was started by somebody who grew up blue-collar and got tired of seeing big brands sell out. His friends told him the gear hadn't changed in 100 years, so he built something better and even named every product after the guys he grew up with. Whether you are on the job site or just need a pair of boots that can handle anything, Brunt's got you covered. Brunt was tired of the workwear brands out there cutting corners. You work too hard to be stuck in uncomfortable boots that don't hold up. So they built something better. Boots that are insanely comfortable and built for any job site. For a limited time, our listeners get $10 off at Brunt when you use code GODBLESS at checkout. Just head to bruntworkwear.com, use the code GODBLESS, all capitalized, GODBLESS, one word. And after your order, they'll ask, where you heard about Brunt? Do us a favor and tell them it was from this show.
Trey, we've asked this question of a lot of people, and I'm hoping you'd be the man to actually give us the answer. Is Trevor Lawrence good?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And
Close the book.
And this is why drafting is so hard, guys. There is not a team in the league that if Trevor Lawrence was available for them with the number 1 pick in 2021, they all would have taken him.
Everyone.
Every single team would have said, I seen his body at work at Clemson. I see his frame, okay? I remember when his freshman year at Clemson, people were saying he's the outlier that could play in the NFL because his body could withstand it because of his size after 1 year in college. Every metric said this guy should have been this. And we're 5 years into this thing now, and he is good. He is not great. Right. And I don't think he's ever going to be great. I think at this point you are who you are. And he's had a lot of turnover, and I understand all of that. The bottom line is there has not been a sustainable level of excellence out of him yet. And I can't explain why. Everything he has physically, mentally, all that stuff, it just is not translating. And that's the hardest part about this. Nobody knows anything when it comes to the draft. Drake May is going to look like he's going to be the best player out of the 6 taken in the first round a year ago.
It's
and
crazy.
who would have thought that? Who would
Right.
have thought that? Drafting is impossibly hard. It is
Yes.
impossibly hard, especially at the quarterback position, which is the most important position in team sports in this country.
And if the Patriots had the first overall pick last year, they would have taken Caleb Williams, right?
Correct. Absolutely. No doubt about it. There would
Crazy.
not have been any question about it.
Well, Trey, I had already replaced the name Trevor Lawrence in that sentence with Bo Nix because I'm trying to figure out if he's any good. And yesterday, as I told the guys earlier,
Great.
he showed me something. He
Yeah,
showed
I
me a
agree.
little something, and I'm starting to think he might be good.
Well, listen, I think there's something to the idea that both he wasn't quite Tyler Shuck, who played 7 years of college football, but he played a lot of college football. I think he played 6 years, or at least 5 of college football games. I think there's something to that. Jaden Daniels, the same way, played a ton of games in the NFL.
Yeah.
Now, his frame is slighter, and I think that's some of the issues, and that's why he's not playing tonight against the Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs will roll the Commanders. And then the Chiefs, by the way, the Chiefs' next 3 games after this will determine their entire season. They got to play Denver, they got to play Buffalo, and they got to play the Colts in the next
already
3 games
determined.
after this Monday night game. So if they go, let's assume they win tonight, they're 5-3. If they get to 8-3, see you later, everybody. You know that's their whole season. But the point I'm making about Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels, reps matter. Reps matter at quarterback more than any other position. They had the reps. Now, the biggest thing for Jaden is, can his body sustain the punishment? He's built like RG3. He's very similar in his build to RG3. Bo is a bigger guy. Trevor Lawrence, bigger guy. Drake May, bigger guy. Drake May needs to learn when the journey is over. Like, I see him running like, get down, bro. Get down. We don't need another concussion here. Get down. But yeah, I like Bo a lot. I really do. And that defense in Denver is just unbelievably good.
Trey, could Cam Ward have walked into a worse situation with the Tennessee Titans?
No, and I got a lot of pushback from Tennessee Titan fans about the firing of Callahan. I'm like, so let me get this straight. You have a first-time rookie head coach last year. You know you don't have a quarterback, right? You know you don't have a quarterback. You had Will Levis and Mason Randolph, Mayo Man, and the perpetual I can't get ahead of anybody in Pittsburgh. That's who their quarterbacks were. So you have to look at last year and say, whatever. So we're going to start over. You, the general manager and the head coach, you got your guy. Let's go. And it lasts 6 games. It lasts 6 games. That's an indictment of the organization. It's not an indictment of Callahan. You can have all kinds of issues you want, but you knew 4-19. I get it. The record. It's a result-based industry. Do you know how many coaches started terrible, then turned it around? We have no patience for anybody in the NFL these days. And the mismanagement of pairing a first overall pick with your play caller, and it lasts 5 games, 6 games. That's just ineptitude at the highest level.
It's why I think the Giants should move forward with Dayball and Jackson Dart. What do you think?
I like Dart, and I think that Dayball might have saved his job with this move.
Right.
I thought I've in their rookie years, I've liked more from Cam than I've liked from Jackson, but I think he's getting there. He might have saved his job, but if they go, if they only win 3 more games the rest of the season without Cam, it's going to be really hard to find a way to keep Dayball around. I mean, his first year they went 9-7, and I think they're 11-30 since, or very close to that number. They were at one point 9-28. Then he won 1. They've lost. I think it's
they made the playoffs that first year, right? Daniel Jones had the big game. That's why they had to give him the contract.
They won a game in Minnesota. Exactly right.
Yeah.
When Kirk Cousins threw it short of the line to gain on 4th down with a game on the line.
Right.
Why? So yeah, it's hard to get around Dayball because we're what are we, year 5, year 6 now, and it's not great.
Trey, is Tucker Kraft the best tight end in football?
He's awesome.
He's fantastic. I don't know if he's
so
the best
good.
tight end, but he's
Whenever
really
Darren
good.
Waller is hurt, yes.
The Miami Dolphins letting Jonnu Smith go, and then when it was working. Like, you can say whatever you want about Jonnu Smith's career. It was working there in Miami, and they let that go to bring Darren Waller out of retirement. That one I'll never understand. But Tucker Kraft is really, really good. Like, he's really, really good. He's exactly what you need. And he kind of looks like, remember Robert Tonyan a few years ago for the Packers?
Yes.
Every time I see Tucker Kraft, I'm like, that's Robert Tonyan 2.0. And Tonyan, I think, is like a 4th blocking tight end of the Kansas City Chiefs right now, if he's still active. I'm not sure if he's still there, but Kraft is really, really good.
Yeah, Jordan Love is approaching great, huh?
Listen, I don't think there's ever been a 3 transition quarterback situation the way it may be playing out in Green Bay.
You've crazy.
You've had, Montana to Young. You've had Favre to Rodgers. You've had a couple of other ones that have really a 2-step that has been really good. I don't think I've ever seen a chance for them to have 3 in a row, generational, foundational quarterbacks on the same team, one after the other. I mean, it's really impressive. It's really impressive.
I can't wait for that same transition to the Jets when Jordan Love joins them after the 2031 season.
Well, that would be on.
We've had 3 bad ones in a row. I mean,
that would be on pace. I don't know how you do it, Stugotz. I don't. I don't know how you do it. And then they do what they did yesterday just to give you hope.
Yeah.
And what did Ted Lasso say?
Hope. That was a bad win. I mean,
it's the hope that kills you. It's the hope that kills you.
Right. You want to know what kills me? No. Watching Sam Darnold play quarterback for Seattle every weekend. That's what fucking kills me, Trey. We had the guy. We had him.
You did. Patience is a virtue that some people just don't have in the NFL. And I'm glad you brought that up because look at all the reclamation projects out there. Not only Darnold, how about Baker Mayfield and now Daniel Jones? If you it's like coaching and fit matters, right? You surround a guy who has ability, but maybe not everything you need, and then you put him in a good situation. I mean, we talked about Jonathan Taylor. The Colts offensive line is ridiculous. They have decent receivers, not great receivers. They don't have a game-breaking wide receiver. They got Pittman, they got Pierce. They got things they can work with, but they're not, that receiving core doesn't scare you, and they have a great defense. And lo and behold, wow, that works. Who would have thought? It's crazy.
Trey, how is Straight Facts Homie doing? The podcast.
Doing very
Download, rate, subscribe, wherever you get your podcast. Straight Facts, homie.
Greatest week ever.
Yeah, lot of golf coming up. We just taped last week with JJ Spawn, U.S. Open champ. That's dropping. I think it's dropped in the time that we've actually had this conversation. Talking to Ryan Fitzpatrick this week.
Excellent.
We're also getting in General Manager Steve Keim about the trade deadline stuff coming up as well. So, yeah, things are going well. A lot of golf, Stugotz for you, and a lot of football for everybody else.
Excellent. Are you ready for Wingo or Wing No?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, I thought it was Trey or Nay. What happened?
I don't know. Well, I couldn't figure out the whole concept. I picked the team that wasn't available to me in the division. So,
yeah, the Chiefs, right?
Exactly. I took the Chiefs.
That's how much he cares about his own life. Game for my life? I don't really care. I'm just going to go over here.
Let's just have some fun.
Chiefs. Taylor, go ahead. You're first. You and Mikey are rotating here?
Okay. Yep, me and Mikey are going to alternate. The first Wingo or Wing No. Playing it as it lies. Wingo or Wing No in golf?
Well, are we in a tournament or are we just dicking around with our buddies?
Just a fun round with the guys.
Yeah.
Oh, at Wing No. Move it over. Nobody needs to break their wrist on a route. Whatever.
Right.
Look, I have 3 rules when we're dicking around with buddies on the golf course. Are you playing for $1,000 a hole? Are you trying to qualify for your tour card? And are you setting the course record? If the answer to those 3 are no, then just shut up and have fun. In a tournament, obviously, you got to play it as it was. When you're hacking it around with your buddies, Wing No. Just move it a little, fluff it up, you're fine.
Improve your lie. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lessons are more important than clubs. Wingo or Wing No?
Wingo all the way. Absolutely. Look, Tiger Woods was the best golfer on the planet with the shittiest Nike clubs of all time. And everybody knew it. Everybody knew it, okay? That's why Nike doesn't make clubs anymore. They don't make clubs anymore for that very reason.
They made one bad set for him and got out of the business.
Yeah.
Right?
How good could he have been?
He was winning with inferior equipment, and now I'll never get Nike to sponsor the podcast, but that's a separate issue entirely. They know it because they're not doing it anymore. So I would say Wingo lessons way better than clubs.
Playing golf alone. Wingo or Wing No?
Oh, Wingo.
Doing it in about an hour. Absolutely.
Good for you. Yes.
Absolutely. If someone can come along, great. But if I'm out there by myself on a beautiful fall day, it's 56 degrees, the sun is out, the wind is down, I'm going to have a great time with the best person I know. That would be me.
You prefer that to a stranger being added to your round, right?
Oh, yeah. The singles that you don't know sometimes will destroy your life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, my God. Yeah, such a difference there.
He's sitting right there.
Put it on the poll. The singles you don't know, will they sometimes destroy your life? It is such
Yes, I bet my life on that over the Chiefs and the division thing.
I will go to such great lengths to avoid playing with a stranger. I mean,
So much. Cough so hard.
Oh, emergency phone call. I'll be back. Got to take the next tea time, whatever I got to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This one gets hotly contested. The NFL schedule release as an event. Wingo or Wing No?
Wow. Okay, this may shock a lot of people because I did the schedule event for a lot of years. wing no.
Wow. Wait, you were hosting this thing thinking this is fucking stupid?
Well, here's John Stugatz. No, I didn't think it was stupid at the time.
Okay.
I've come to the realization when I don't do this 5 days a week,
Yes.
8 hours at a time, most of what we used to do was pretty fucking stupid. I mean, let's just be honest about it. Let's just be honest about it, right? Like, there's not enough real information to talk about this stuff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? There's not. So that's why you come up with stuff like the schedule release or funny little bits like Wingo or Wing No, because there really isn't enough to talk about. I mean, that's the issue.
Right, divisional winner for your life. Right.
See, that's like half the stuff I watch now, and I'm like, why are you talking about that? Oh, because you have to. Because you got to fill the time, right? Outside of watching live events and then reacting to it or talking about what's going to happen next, it's all just fodder. It's all just filler. It is. It's all just filler.
Agreed.
So I enjoyed it when I did it. If you asked me to do it now, I would say put a power drill into my head.
Right. Yes. Listen, you're talking to
Because
someone who hosted.
all you're doing is you're setting up the times. We know who they're playing.
Yes.
It's just a matter of when you play it.
Yes. You're speaking to someone who hosted, along with Dan Lebatard and Mark Hochman, the fake pregame show on the Dolphins flagship radio network.
Time for the Dolphins fake pregame show.
What I love about that is you leaned into it. Like
Yes.
you knew it was fake. Like
Of course.
we did this thing, and they still do it on NFL Live mid-season awards. And the first defensive mid-season award winner was Richard Sherman. And I had him on the show and said, "How do you feel about winning a completely made-up nothing award?" Like the whole point is, we knew it was tongue firmly planted in cheek. You know, we used to have a saying on ESPN when we were in cahoots with CNNSI and battling for viewers. We're like, we don't take ourselves seriously, we take sports seriously. And now I feel like it's the exact opposite. We may talk about sports, but look at what I have to say. You know?
Wow, the place you just took me with CNNSI. I forgot about those TV wars. That was incredible. What a time.
I mean, it's just a very different dynamic now. And if people are enjoying it, God bless you.
Yeah.
Go for it, have fun. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it right now for all the money in the world. I just couldn't do it.
All right. Two more. We'll get you out of here. Go golfing with the best person you know, yourself, Trey Wingo.
But he wants to lose his life really easily, though. But he still loves himself. It's weird.
I might join Trey at around 1:30 and go tee off by myself somewhere, and I'll call you on the course, okay?
Perfect.
Walking a golf course, but you have a push cart. Wingo or wing no on the push carts?
Wingo. Yeah, I do that a lot. Now, I've taken actually just walking with my bag because I think it helps my posture. But I take the push cart quite a bit. Absolutely. No question.
No phones rule on a golf course. Wingo, wing no.
Wing no. I do not understand this. Look, I understand don't have a ringtone and don't have it loud, but you know all these guys that go to these private golf clubs where they have no phones. You know how they got the ability to pay for all that? They made money whenever they could find a way to make money. And so the idea that you can't even look at your phone on a golf course. Now, I don't want you to take calls. I don't want you to have loud conversations. But the idea that you can't have your phone to do business when the reason you have the money to pay for this exclusive golf club is because you made money doing business is completely ridiculous to me. I should be able to have a text, say, hey, I'm playing, I'll call you back later, but this is what I like, this is what I don't like. Don't have to be on the phone the entire time. But absolutely, you should have access to your phone as long as you're not slowing the pace of play or being too loud.
If Michael Jordan tells you no phones, though, it's no phones.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is no phones at his course. Yes.
Well, that's because he's made so much money, it doesn't matter.
Don't you have to set up your phone at every par 3 so just in case you get the hole in one?
Ooh, I like that.
Absolutely.
Yes. But Jordan built that course because he was tired of being fucking bothered.
Well, that's the beauty of it, right? I think, wasn't he at the Bear Club? Wasn't that where he was before he got his own place?
Yes, and he wasn't meeting the dress code, right?
He wasn't meeting the dress code, and the course was playing too slow. Doesn't he have like a 2.5 hour maximum to play at his new club? Isn't it that fast?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's that fast. It's amazing.
That is the greatest thing in the world. Like, nothing kills me more than slow play. That drives me fucking bonkers.
Well, just imagine having the ability, hey, you're not meeting the dress code. Okay, go fuck yourself. I'll build my own golf course.
Exactly right.
Can I make a quick suggestion?
Living well is the best revenge. Yes, Izzy, go ahead.
Can we officially keep it at Trey or nay? Because Wingo or Wing No,
Agreed.
if you say it too fast, sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm however you guys want
nay.
to play it, I am completely good.
Okay.
I'm completely in. Love it.
Straight facts, homie. Check out the podcast. He's going golfing right now. I'll call you from my course, and I'll talk to you on your course. Okay, sir?
You got it, guys. Always a pleasure, and go Jets.
All right. Somehow you made Tiger Woods greater than he already was in my mind. Stugatz here. It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. Listen, support the people that support this show, and no one has supported us more than our friends at FanDuel. So even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. That's $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Must be 21 and older and present in select states, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.